With the loss of the Ganga, blocked roads, landslides and reckless destruction of natural beauty, tourism, which is a major source of self-employment for the locals, is bound to be adversely impacted. It is projected that the dam reservoirs will be a future tourist attraction. History is witness to the decades-old Maneri Dam Lake. One has yet to find any pilgrim or tourist who has come, possibly from miles or even continents away, just to see the dammed reservoir. Perhaps it is not clear that even the idol at Gangotri that thousands flock to is merely a symbol of the living, free-flowing river that now will be lost to sight. Water contributes directly or indirectly to all aspects of development. The construction of the dam will enhance the water supply of the area and enhance better personal hygiene, etc. Quotes Uttaranchal Jal Vidyut Nigam in the EIA of Pala Maneri project. When one reads the above as a positive impact, the appalling events that took place at Shingori village during the construction of Maneri Bhali 2 by the same Uttaranchal Jal Vidyut Nigam appear all the more stunning. The village is located on the banks of the Dhanpat stream, from where water is drawn to their fields for irrigation. The villagers report that since 5 years, the constructing company has been dumping cement and waste into their stream.
देखिए ये जो हमारी धनवती नदी है, इसमें ये केमिकल सीमेंट जो सुरंग निर्माण कार्य से वहाँ से बह रहा है।
इन्होंने एक दिन का औसतन इनका जो है 3000 सीमेंट काटने का है, जो कि 3000 सीमेंट बैग काटते हैं और उसको जो है नदी में डालते हैं।
This year, the quantity was so huge that when the water was drawn into their fields, it left behind a thick layer of cement.
इस सत्र से ही बहुत ही ज़्यादा सीमेंट का जो है बहाव हो रहा है। यहाँ तक कि जो हमारे पंचकिया भी है, वो भी चलने में असमर्थ हो रहे हैं, क्योंकि उनमें सीमेंट जम जाता है, परत बन जाती है और वो पंचकी खड़ी हो जाती है।
The news spread, and luckily a few villagers having fields further up blocked the water from entering their lands. The canal through which the water is brought is today choked up with dry, hardened cement.
ये अभी वर्तमान में ये सीमेंट के टुकड़े हैं। पूरे सीमेंट नहरों में जो भी पूरे नहरें भरी हुई है और इन नहरों में कोई भी पानी चलने की संभावना नहीं है और न चल सकता है, क्योंकि ये पत्थर के समान ये सीमेंट आज पूरा एक लेवल हो चुका है।
The rice saplings watered with cement water refused to grow, and as there was no seed, the villagers left their land barren.
जिन खेती में हम लोगों ने रोपाई की वो भी सारे वो दिखाई दे रहे हैं कि उसमें सीमेंट जमा हुआ है। जो धान के जो पौधे थे वो ख़त्म हो चुके हैं और कुछ खेतों में हमारे वो धान की जो क्यारी वो उगी हुई थी, वो भी उस पानी आने से, उस सीमेंट बहाने से वो भी जल गई, ख़त्म हो चुकी है।
And this stream, once a clear flowing brook, full of fish and life, is now dark and murky with cement. It enters directly into the Ganga, just a few meters downstream. The villagers have no other stream or water source for irrigation. Sirod village lies in the area through which the tunnels of Maneri Dam 1, constructed over 2 decades, is located. It was a village rich in natural springs. Since that time, not only has all the water dried up, but each year it is a struggle to get water to their fields for farming. The village people told us their story.
जब मनेरी भाली 1 बना था 68 में काम शुरू हुआ था, तो आपके गांव में क्या प्रभाव हुआ?
उसका प्रभाव देखिए साहब कि हमें जो है उसका प्रभाव 3-4 साल बाद देखने को मिला है, क्योंकि जैसे जैसे टनल जो है आगे बढ़ती गई तिलोत की ओर, वैसे वैसे हमारे जो प्राकृतिक स्रोत थे पानी के वो जो है उस सुरंग में जो है रिश्ते गए और हमें जो है सूखाग्रस्त बनाते गए। हमारे गांव में लगभग 7-8 स्रोत थे। वो सारे स्रोत कुछ पीने के थे और सारी जो है कृषि योग्य जो भूमि जो सिंचाई के उपयोग में है भूमि, वो सारी सिंचाई उन्हीं स्रोतों से होती थी।
तो अभी पीने का पानी कहाँ से आता है?
पीने का पानी तो ये सैड़ी घाट है, लगभग यहाँ से सिरोर गाँव से जो है 6 किलोमीटर दूर है, वहाँ से पाइपलाइन आ रहा है, लेकिन उससे भी पूर्ति नहीं हो पा रही है। उसकी जो है हमें जो है वो जो है जल संस्थान से उसकी कीमत अदा करनी पड़ती है, उसका टैक्स देना पड़ता है। लेकिन अगर इस प्रकार से इस घाटी में बांध बनते गए और अधिक बांध भी बनते गए तो हमें जो है नदी का पानी भी जो है पीने को नहीं मिल पाएगा। इस प्रकार से हम जो है भूख और प्यास ही मर जाएंगे।
At several places, muck from the construction sites is also finding its way to the river. Although in a reply to the questions by RTI, the NTPC authorities state that no muck is being disposed in the river. This debris flowing into the river has a cruel impact on the young fish by choking the gills of the young fry. and causing asphyxiation of the developing embryo in eggs. It is clearly admitted in the projects that the Himalayan snow trout, a threatened species, will have no free movement for migration by the construction of these projects. The solution provided is stocking done 10 kilometers upstream and downstream. However, there are dams planned both upstream and downstream. One project declares that it is needless to provide fish ladders as other projects have no such provision. Further, due to excavation on the riverbed itself, the gravel and fine pebbles that form the habitat for egg laying will be destroyed. According to Sanjay Nagrekar from Pune, who has studied these fish closely, the Himalayan snow trout and the golden mahseer need to swim upstream and spawn in the waters where they were born. A sequence of dams along these rivers could in fact wipe out these two species by blocking this passage. Even the rate of stocking proposed by one project as 100 fingerlings per kilometer is grossly inadequate. 5,000 is nearer to the mark. Further, if these waters between two dams is shallow, it stresses the fish greatly as they are disturbed by the shadows of birds and humans. They also become easy prey. Shallow waters mean increased temperatures and short food supply. In such a scenario, perhaps, only 10 fish will exist where 100 could. The wilderness of these mountains is also home to several animals listed as Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972, such as the Asiatic black bear, Himalayan thar and leopard. The jungle cat facing threat, currently listed as Schedule 2, also calls these jungles home. According to Nirmal Kulkarni, an ecologist, the number of these animals are rapidly on the decline, mainly due to habitat destruction and human interference. In fact, animals like the black bear would not even migrate when disturbed. They would simply phase out, he said. According to the different EIAs, overall no adverse impact is foreseen on the water quality. So one has to accept that pouring of construction effluents, sewage, waste, virtually drying up of a riverbed, destroying flora and fauna of the water, increasing water temperature, and reducing flow rate is acceptable. In fact, we only seem ready to acknowledge pollution as pollution when it reaches its absolute limit of rejection and not before.